Welcome back to some new r/malicious compliance stories, where people comply to the letter, but not the spirit of a request. I hope you had a great day. Thanks for all the likes and comments on the last video. And now let's start with the first story. It's called Parking Compliance. The company I work for is renovating the building, and we were moved to a different office building. It's maybe 10 more minutes of commute to get there, but not a big deal. The new building has parking, but we did not get enough access cards for everyone. So since I only come in twice a week, I did not get one. My direct boss said I can go to the front desk and they will give me a card if there is enough room, which should always be the case, since we are all on a third time working from home contract. A little inconvenient, but still not a big deal. So first day there, and the front desk lady is very loud and very clear that is not happening. Cards are personalized, but parking spots aren't. This is an inner city, so there is no chance to just park in the street. So I call my boss, who redirects me to his boss. He told me to park in our old office car park, which is a 20-minute walk, or a different location of our company, which is a 15-minute walk, and enjoy a nice little walk. Pardon me? So I would lose 40 minutes of my working time? I can start earlier or stay longer, because I need to be home when the kids come home from school. So I spoke to the works council guy, and he just told me to read my contract. My workplace is in my contract as the old office, so my work time starts when I reach this address and ends when I leave there. So, sure thing, boss's boss, I will park there. And a nice little walk as working hours it is. Let's see how long I can pull this off until they react. They can't really fire me, since I am one of a handful of experts in my country, and the other guy quit 3 months ago. So, 2 weeks and 6 work walks later, we get an email regarding this problem from the highest level boss. Suddenly, day passes can be given out, and everyone has to park at the current work location, even though they did not change the location in the contracts. I live in a country where firing people is not easy. The front desk lady I had seen before was moved to a different location. My timesheets were revised 4 times now, and show the walk as a business trip. Boss's boss, who would have retired in 8 months, got the golden handshake and will retire at the end of this month. The next story is called Only Calls Matter. A few years ago, my mother's birthday in May landed on a weekday, with Mother's Day that weekend. I was busy at work that week and was already working weekends and overtime, but I always made sure to remember her birthday and Mother's Day. I bought her presents, sent her a birthday card and a Mother's Day card, texted her a happy birthday and Mother's Day, and even made a very well thought out post on her Facebook. It was all I had time for. However, I never heard a word from her. She didn't call me, and I didn't get a text to say she had received the present I sent her. No thank yous, nothing. I was too busy to even ask about it, and with her typical behavior of ignoring me, I just didn't press her about it. In December, a special event came up in my life, which I had told her about several times. My sister had similar events, and my mother always remembered hers. So when my event came and went with her saying nothing, I brought it up over text. I was told that she didn't realize it was important to me. I was upset and admittedly angry over, once again, being ignored and forgotten about. Cue her usual deflection, in which she turned the entire argument around on me. That's when I found out she did receive my present. 7 months later. She then told me, and I quote, "You didn't think it hurt my feelings when you didn't bother to call me on my birthday or Mother's Day? Sorry, but Facebook cards just don't get it, and neither does texting. Fine, cue my malicious compliance." For the next year, she never got a text, a Facebook post, a birthday present, a Mother's Day present, a Christmas present, or anything else. But she got her phone call on her birthday and on holidays. Phone calls were the only thing she received, because, as she said, other forms of communication and thoughtful gestures didn't cut it. After a year of this, my mother sent in her reliable flying monkey. My sister called me to tell me that Mom doesn't think you love her because you don't send her presents anymore. I'd like to say I stood my ground, but at the time I was still a doormat. So the malicious compliance ended. I'm no contact with my family now. but to this day it makes me proud that, for once, I used her words against her and set a boundary. She never said that to me again, so it was worth it. The third story is called Smile More. I work part-time at a retail clothing store while I'm finishing college. It's your typical mall chain. Overpriced basics, weird music, and managers who think the customer is always right, even when the customer is actively shoplifting. One day during my shift, my manager Craig, who is in his 40s and always smells like body spray and insecurity, pulled me aside and said, "Hey, I notice you don't smile much. You should really smile more. It makes customers feel welcome." I said, "You mean be friendlier?" He said, "No, literally just smile more, even when no one's talking to you. Just keep a smile on." Okay, Craig, you want smiles? You got it. For the rest of my shift and every shift after, I smiled. But not like normal smiling. I smiled wide, with too much teeth. I smiled while folding jeans. I smiled while sweeping. I smiled while telling a customer we didn't have her size. I smiled at customers until they asked, "Are you okay?" One man said I looked like I was about to snap. Another asked if I was in a cult. A little child started crying when I greeted her at the fitting room. Coworkers caught on and joined me. We started calling it Smile Mode. By the end of the week, it looked like a haunted mannequin showroom. Craig finally told us to tone it down. I asked sweetly, still smiling, "Oh, I thought you said to smile more." He didn't bring it up again. The last story is called Big Mac Rules. Back in the 1990s, I was in college, struggling to pay my bills and attend classes. McDonald's had a promotion at the time. Buy a Big Mac for only 25 cents. I thought this was a great way to extend my grocery money. I planned to buy 25 Big Macs, freeze them and eat one a day for lunch. I pulled up to the drive-thru and ordered 25 Big Macs. There was a pause, followed by a concerned tone saying, "Hold on a second," and then a brief delay. The employee came back and said, "Sorry, there's a maximum of 5 Big Macs per order." "Well then," I replied, "you can ring it in as 5 separate orders. Or you can just sell me 5 and I can drive around the drive-thru 4 more times. Your call." Another brief pause. "That will be $7.19. Please drive through." The extra difference in the price I paid was due to a thing called taxes. Thanks for watching the video to the end. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe. And if you have time, watch another one of my videos. Also, if you want to support me further, check out the channel membership or Patreon. And now, I hope you have a great day. See you soon. Bye bye.